Ready. Stop. Lights. March. Freeze! Set! Freeze! Set! Off! Ready? Stop! Ready? Down. Ready? Step. Secure. Line. Ready. Up. Ready. Down. Ready. Step. Set. Ready. Pace. Lock hard. Left about. Lock. Ready. Step.
John, if you're still with us here, we've been watching, obviously, the casket transfer here from that presidential hearse to the horse-drawn caisson, and now we will see the horses carry President Carter's remains over to the U.S. Capitol, where he will lie in state. And John, you've been watching this along with us here on Fox 5. Walk us through now what's to happen in the minutes that lie ahead.
Horse-drawn caisson is just in front of the U.S. Navy Memorial. We saw that dignified transfer. We saw President Carter's family, 38 total, 22 of them grandchildren and great-grandchildren. You also saw the Joint Chiefs of Staff, so the chairman, the vice chairman, and you can hear those commands as the procession starts up Pennsylvania Avenue. It's just less than a mile that they will proceed. You can see that, again, all of the services, the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Army, the Air Force, the Space Force, and the Coast Guard will accompany the president, as will all of the most senior leaders in that joint force. Lining Pennsylvania Avenue, in addition to the public, will be service members from all of the services. And as you see the caisson proceeding past, you can see that they are saluting, and in fact, many of the folks in the public are saluting as well. You see the honor guard with the presidential flag. They're accompanying the casket, and there we have the Capitol in the background. And the procession is being led by a horse with a riderless saddle that signifies that its master, the leader, is no longer with us. There we see the crowds that, frankly, have been out there in pretty cold weather and with some fairly significant and appropriate security measures there to honor the 39th president. But so they will continue down Pennsylvania Avenue until they get to the Capitol. I think Tom Fitzgerald gave a great, really a great description of how the casket will then be transferred into the rotunda. But I think, again, very significant as you look at that dignified transfer that we just saw in front of the Navy Memorial, a place that signifies his connection with the Naval Academy and the Navy.
And John, we also want to mention here in the notes that we received as a media agency that this horse-drawn caisson in this funeral procession here is designed to mirror Carter's inaugural parade, where he and his family famously walked on foot from the U.S. Capitol to the White House. That was back in 1977. So that's just an extra layer of significance to the ceremony that we're watching today.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. That was really the first time that had happened. And so now I would say that this is bookending a life wonderfully lived as you look at not just the honor guard, but the family, all who are able following that caisson up Pennsylvania Avenue. One of the things that was very special this morning, you asked earlier about what does this mean to the midshipmen that were there, and we had a chance to speak to one young lady, and she talked to the fact that her father had been a midshipman at the U.S. Naval Academy when President Carter was inaugurated, and he marched in the inaugural parade following the inauguration. So how special is it for her to be involved in the ceremony that marks how we will do our final honors for the president?
We're getting ready to hand over coverage to our colleagues here, John, and I know that you have, along with so many of people in the Navy and volunteers, but so many midshipmen and just career people in the military have been working for this moment. It is happening now. We'll give you about 30, 40 seconds here for your final thoughts on this moment and what it has meant to the Navy.
I think that what I would want to reflect on, and it's not just the Navy, and it's not just the Naval Academy, but I think that we as a nation, when we look at our citizens, what we all aspire to are the kind of traits that President Carter said the Naval Academy and the Navy started him off with: courage, self-sacrifice, idealism, self-discipline. He was relentless. He was dedicated. He tried to do things that made a difference, and he was ready to work many times with people that might not have agreed to him. So as you look down now at your Navy memorial, I just think that it's an incredible honor for us to have been involved here. I would invite all to come and to see more about President Carter's life that we'll be playing in the theater, to look at some of the artifacts that we have, to sign the condolence book. And if you can't make it this time, please come to your Navy memorial some other time.
John, thank you so much for being with us today on the coverage. President Carter certainly lived a model life, that's for sure.